Hey guys, baydensinghyt here, and welcome back to another fun renovation slash build video here on the channel in The Sims 2. So I'm very excited to get into this video. We're renovating 50 Sim Lane. So I'm pretty sure that's 50 Middle Lane. Sorry, I got that muddled up. In Pleasantview. So it's one of the Pleasantview condo lots. And we actually have renovated this lot previously, and we did quite an extravagant renovation of it. So I might jump in and show you guys that now just to refresh your memory. So this is the renovation here. So it was quite a sort of Moroccan kind of Spanishy inspired renovation. We had no budget, like we went pretty over. It ended up totaling $94,000. But basically what I want to do in this video is obviously that house that I've just shown off. I want to do that keeping in within the starter home budget, if that makes sense. So I don't want to go over the $20,000 mark. But I also want to make sure that like we don't do anything crazy. I don't want to do any crazy extensions. I literally just think maybe we're allowed to just, you know, change some of the internal walls, and that's probably it. Like I don't want to expand the house. I just want to keep it within the original confines of the house, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I just thought I'd refresh your memory. This is quite a lovely build that we've done. I'll put the video, the little link to the video at the end of this video, sorry if I can speak. But yeah, it was quite nice. I actually thought it was something different, something that I've never really done before. So that's our little refresher there. It's quite nice. But anyway, we'll jump back over to the one that we're actually going to be doing today, which is over here. So that shows you sort of the potential of that build if we do, you know, want to go crazy with the budget. But as I said, we're just going to keep it to the starter home budget. And yeah, my rule is that we're not allowed to expand any of the house. I'm allowed to maybe just fix up this floor plan, change the stairs and stuff like that. We're currently sitting at $16,231. So there's actually not a lot that we can invest into this house. So yeah, I'm kind of just keen to just get into it. We're going to do this in real time. First things first, like the thing that's just not working for me up on this top floor is the fact that, so it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, 2 huge bathrooms. The bedrooms don't have enough for a double bed. And then this hallway is just horrendous. Like it's just, there's dead space at the back here. The fact that the stairs are literally right when you walk in is just horrible. It just needs, the whole top floor needs a rework. I think some spiral stairs would benefit in this house, or even just, yeah, a regular staircase, we could sort of make it work. But I think a spiral staircase will do us well in this house because it's quite, you know, we're quite restricted with the size of the floor plan and all that. So without further ado, we might just sort of, I don't know if we need to keep some of this stuff. I definitely think we just need to gut the upstairs. I'm really just not happy with that. I'll keep some of these items, like, actually, I'll just delete them. It's literally fine, because like when I was thinking, oh, well, it'll depreciate in value, but no, it's fine because we're in, no Sims are living here. We don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. I was just recently did the 10-minute build challenge here over in The Sims 1, 2, 3, and 4 in one video. And yeah, we struggled a lot because I was obviously doing that with a sim. And then we kept losing money. It was so annoying. It was actually really, really frustrating because yeah, we'd place items down and then I'd go to delete it and I'd lose all my cash. So that was not fun. Anyway, so we've deleted the upstairs. I just want to rethink this floor plan. So where would a staircase fit? So currently we've got a nice little bathroom area, which I also, can I just say, is a little bit big. It is a little bit big for this house. I think that a powder room is more suited down here. So I actually think we might shrink this down a little bit. I honestly think, yeah, that's honestly all that's needed. Just a really small little powder room. And it doesn't have to necessarily be there either. We could sort of try and move it to another spot. But I feel like that kind of is pushing the limits of this challenge a little bit, because I sort of wanted to sort of keep it pretty much on brand for, you know, not changing too many walls kind of thing. So we might sort of keep it in the same spot. And that does create quite a nice cozy kitchen. And I think the only other spot I could potentially see it going to is here. But that kind of breaks up this lounge area. So I think, you know what, where we've got it, pretty perfect. I don't really like these doors, so I'm just going to get rid of them. But happy with that smaller area there. Kitchen, maybe, yeah, entry, kitchen. I think the entry could also double as like we put like a little, maybe a computer or something in there. Just sort of trying to plan this out in my head. And I think maybe just like this could be like the lounge area. And then maybe dining at the front of the house, do we think? I think that's quite a nice idea. I do think I want to just move this door a little bit. Just a little bit, because I think that way at least it's like a clear pathway through the front door to here, and that sort of makes this a little bit more, doesn't break it up as much, which is good. But anyway, in terms of a staircase, it's a bit challenging. The only thing I could sort of think that could work is we could have the stairs going up this way, and it would be like a proper staircase, like this stair. But then jokes that encroaches some crazy amount on our kitchen there. So, about like something like this, and then that way it's kind of like we'd have the little door to the powder room there, and then I just think maybe we could shift the little entry over just by one. Like maybe we just shift it over a little bit. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to get in the way of gameplay. That's kind of the only thing that I'm sort of struggling with here, is that it's going to be up in your face during gameplay. How about... We'll obviously have to move some of these windows. Yeah, what about there? And then let me just see, where would that kind of... It's always really hard to figure out how to orient the spiral stairs. I think it's actually quite a bit of a challenge, if you ask me. And then that one, yeah, see, I don't like that. Seems are going to get stuck routing there. So, also, if you hear rain in the background, it is storming up a storm where I am at the moment. So that's why I'm sort of just like, you know, actually, to be honest, I'm putting off doing my uni work, but that's a whole other issue. Anyway, yeah, happy with that placement there. Okay, maybe we do actually want the door back there. Yeah, because like maybe this could just be a lounge area. But I really don't like... Oh, I don't like the fact that I'm not a fan. All right, that's it. That's the one we're going to do. Okay, sorry, that took me way too long. We could sort of have like a dining nook here, potentially. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Like, let me just get like a table out just for scale and size and stuff like that. Like, what if we had like a little dining table here? Can I? Oh, no, I can't. What about like that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just feel like it encroaches a little bit too much on the space. This back door. I just don't know where to put this back door. That's my problem. Because yeah, we've lost a little bit of the wall here. That's kind of the only thing I will say. What if we turn this into like a little study nook kind of thing? But we do have a lot of room upstairs, I will just say that. Maybe we don't have the kitchen there. Maybe the kitchen needs to be elsewhere. This is actually really challenging. What about if the kitchen was sort of more along this back wall? Mostly fridge, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe, what, like that? Or, no, facing this way? No, that's not right. This is actually a really challenging layout. What if we put the powder room over here instead and just had a really small powder room? And then, okay, I kind of like the idea of just all the stuff that's like obstructing the room, like all in one area. So we've got like the powder room, the stairs, and then the door. And then what, this frees up that space. Okay. What about kind of a little L-shaped kitchen here? Maybe dining room. Yeah, okay, actually, maybe dining here. And then that could be actually quite a sizable lounge room. What do we think of that? I actually think that's pretty good. We definitely need to just get rid of all this flooring. This flooring's really throwing me. Yeah, actually, I think that could work. Okay, we're just working out the layout at the moment, as I said. So let's just sort of figure out how we can do an upstairs room. I want one big bathroom, and I like the fact that they had 2 bedrooms. That was pretty good. So this is going to be... I think we need to just put some flooring down just while we're working out the floor plan. I don't want too cramped to the landing, like a landing like that. Oh, but the thing is, though, like we want to be able to access... Yeah, we want to be able to access there. What if we... What if we were able to scooch that over a little bit? Okay, and then that could fit like a bathroom, actually. And then maybe... bedroom. What do we think about that? And then this is obviously like the master. So this is going to be the double bedroom. And this could be like a single bedroom / a study. Okay. I actually like that. That was a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of mismatched windows here. So I think I might just delete some of those, especially because those are the little bathroom windows. I don't know, we'll just rejiggle that now. I quite like this layout. How's that doing for our budget? So we've got about $5,000 to spend. Let's sort of just get some basics in at the moment. Let's maybe, actually, let me just double check that this is enough for a lounge room. Let's just quickly put down some cheap furniture. Maybe, is there enough room for a 3-seater? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I quite like this. It would be good to be able to have 2 bedrooms. So like potentially we would need to have like a computer desk somewhere else. Yeah, there's not really going to be, there's going to be a lot of doors here. There's going to be 1, 2, yes, this is not going to be able to fit like a desk up here. I'd like to be able to fit a desk maybe downstairs. It's just a matter of where. I mean, to get the scale, let's just quickly put a door there. So this is kind of like a big walkway through the middle. Yeah, probably not going to be able to fit in a desk, unfortunately, unless we maybe just scooch it in. Oh, no. Oh. Ah, you can't put a door there, Baden. I was like thinking in my head, it was the cogs are turning and I was like, yeah, no, that won't work. Yeah, it's just annoying that this has got that little sort of angle here. I do hate that, to be honest, but I don't really want to change it too much because that's changing exterior. I have an outdoor computer desk. No, I'm kidding. No, maybe we can't fit the computer in, that's fine. Anyway, let's pick some flooring. So let's go have a look at the wood category. I'm trying not to do too many cuts here because I don't think this will be a very long video. And sometimes it's fun to sort of show off the process of me picking out things. I hope you guys don't mind me umming and ahhing over things. I like this sort of like more textured wood. That's quite nice. I do commonly use quite a lot of the same choices. I will just say that. So like sometimes it is nice to do something a little bit different. The oak's quite nice as well. This kind of is giving like rustic starter home, rustic cabin kind of vibes. So like I don't really mind that one that we've chosen. And then yeah, that's more of an orangey sort of wood, which I'm not a fan of. I think we might use this flooring. I think it's just something a little bit different. And then some tiles for the bathroom. I think a powder room. I think the powder rooms are always a little bit, like you can go a little bit more crazy with the powder rooms. And I think that's something that I want to sort of try and do. Also, we need to pick sort of a color scheme. We've got sort of a very warm timber there. So like maybe we could do a warm tile once again. I don't mind something like that. It's almost giving like the Caliente house, like that sort of Spanish inspired, which is kind of what we were doing in that renovation that we did already for this lot. So maybe it's nice to pay homage to that a little bit. I quite like the tile that I've picked there, to be honest. The warm, yeah, that just looks dirty to me, so not really a fan of that. Other than that, a lot of the warm tone stuff, I think that's probably a winner. Or this one could be a little bit of fun. I feel like I'd get a little bit dizzy looking at that though. Do we want to mix it up upstairs and have different tiles? I feel like I'm subconsciously picking really warm tones again. Only because I really like, to be fair, I did just look at that build and I got a bit of inspiration. So maybe that's what's happened. That's more sandstone-y kind of look, I guess. Yeah, maybe we will do the same tile. I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of picturing a more grey tiled bathroom, like a more grey toned bathroom up here. I don't know if that's just me being boring. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just what I'm envisaging. This tile could be nice up here. I think I'm just getting thrown by the warm flooring and everything. And I like the fact the powder room's a bit more individual in that sense and it stands out a bit more. Upstairs, though, I would like to do some carpet. Normally, I sort of continue the floorboards and stuff like that. But I think carpet would be good. I used this in our most recent build. We did a renovation of the dorm lot in the La Fiesta Tech, one of my favourite lots. And I quite like this carpet, but I think I want to try something a little bit different. Maybe a more whiter carpet. This one just looks a bit like old. I feel like I'd get like the sneezels when I go in there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I would literally just be sneezing up a storm. I don't know. That carpet's quite nice. A little bit more plainer. Baby girl pink carpet. It doesn't really look pink. It's really pastel. Cream puff carpet. Interesting. What's this one? Oh, that's all right. What's this one called? Simply Villainacious. I read that as vanilla. I don't know what is wrong with me. Simply Villainacious. It's a little bit too white for my liking, though. I think we need something that's got a little bit more neutral. Color that? No, I'm not a fan of that. Fresh loaf. It's like bread loaf kind of, I don't know, stained gobbler carpet. Love that. Love a good stained gobbler. Very quirky. Oh, there's some green. Deep green carpet could be a bit interesting. Not really picturing anything too colourful. I'm more picturing something a little bit more plain. Plain stripes carpet. Overwear carpet. I don't know. Potentially these pastel colours could be quite a bit of fun. There's the pastel green, the pink and the blue. Pastel green's kind of interesting. But then you go down here, it's very warm. So maybe the yellow. I don't know. There's not really that many carpets to choose from, if I'm being completely honest. That's just a little bit too white for me. I want it to be slightly warmer in tone. This just looks like the static on the TV. I don't know why. That's literally giving me a headache. So let's not do that. The butter carpet. Love that. I mean, maybe we don't do carpet. Oh, what about, that's nice, actually. Fancy filigree carpet in ivory. That's got a little bit of a warmer tone to it, but it's still white. I think we might go with that. And then out here, do we want to continue the floorboards just in the landing, potentially? Is that a bit weird? I feel like that's fine, honestly. And then, I don't know. I don't mind the decking that they've got. I feel like we can just leave that. Maybe we could pick doors next. I got to keep in mind we are on a budget. So, like, I'm thinking, do we want to try and save money where we can? These are 100 and they've got a little bit more character, I think, than this. So, do we want to splurge? Oh, so is this one. Do you want to splurge a little bit? I like this. I like these. I'm just trying to think about the layout of this bathroom. I feel like it will. I mean, the door needs to be there because then this door's got to be here. Oops, no, sorry, there. It's not an ensuite. And then I guess the door for this would just have to be in the middle. Like that. I think that's pretty interesting. Didn't really have high hopes for this room. It's literally just a landing. The color though, do we want to go for the warm? Interesting. I don't really know. So that's like more of a slightly oakier timber, and then this is more of a caramelly kind of color. I think it matches the floor a little bit more, and obviously it matches the staircase that we've put in. So maybe actually, let's get a balustrade for this staircase just before I forget. I think this is the matching stair. Beautiful. We just need to get a door for this powder room down here. I think it would just have to be, facing, ooh. I don't know where we want to put the door, maybe there. No, actually it needs to be there because it needs to be on the other side. Because that way they've got, I'll have 2 chairs. I only want to have 4 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think, we'll do that. Pick a front door. I want a nice sort of front door. I don't mind it not being a double door, by the way. Like, I don't mind it just being a single door. Because like some of the double doors, like as I said, they're all glass. And like I personally am not a fan of glass front doors. Like I think that, I don't know, I think my dad just made me paranoid. He's always like, it's not very safe, like to have a glass front door. And I mean, I have to agree with him, unless it's like really strong glass and it's like frosted maybe. And then I don't know, this always just reminded me of like barbed wire, like the pattern that's in the window. I'm just not a fan of the pattern in the window. Not a fan at all. And I don't think there's any recolors that change that. We'll have a pour door. Love that. I don't know. I'm just kidding. And then like something like this, I don't mind as a front door. That's quite nice. But I just don't know if it quite suits the house. Maybe that. Oh, I literally got it facing the wrong way. How do I flip this around? Why is it like literally placing the wrong way? There we go. That's much nicer. Do we want to do that? It just seems a bit extravagant. It's $600. Like, Jesus. Sorry, that sounded really Australian. $600? Jesus. $600 dues? Literally crazy. But then, that eloquently being said, there's nothing else that I think really passes the front door other than this. Actually, to be fair, it is a bit cheaper. So maybe we do go with this. Maybe, I don't know what, there? I don't know, it's just so hard because like the dining chair, sometimes they can just cause a bit of issues. Actually, there's a little bit of room for a desk there, maybe, if we end up doing this. This is free, so maybe we'll just add that. I don't really ever know why that wraps around like that. It doesn't really make sense. All right, happy with that. I actually think we will update the windows, but like I don't know if it will just be like a color update or if it will change the whole sort of vibe. And then the back door, I don't know if we just get this. It's just such an internal door. That's the only problem. That just kind of frustrates me. That like there's not really a back door, kind of a back looking door. Maybe this one. I don't know. That could pass. I would like the doors to be the same color though. I don't know why they're different colors. It kind of bugs me. There we are. Okay, happy with that. All right, so we've already at 16,500. So that's actually ate into a lot of budget. To be fair though, I have got placeholder furniture down. Let's do the wallpapers next. This is where I sort of think it can be a bit fun. We can sort of play around a little bit, add a bit of detail into the house because obviously there's not going to be enough money for furniture. As I said, I'm trying not to cut too much. So let's actually go and have a look. Maybe we could look at what they've got downstairs. So they've got the olive drab paint so far, which I actually don't mind. I think I would maybe pick the ones that have the molding, just to add even more detail. So if we delete all of this, how would that look? I don't know if it's the right color, if I'm being completely honest. I actually think this color could work maybe more in one of the bedrooms or the study or something. Yeah, I like the idea of keeping it consistent with the medium wood though. So like, see how there's all other options here? Like this is more of a gray sort of one. Let's see what other color we could do, maybe the master bedroom, but we could keep it consistent with the molding. I did have a lot of fun doing some of this similar stuff in the most recent renovation we did, as I mentioned. And yeah, this is nice. The Pueblo, I can't say that right. The rose painting, the rose paint color. That's quite nice. And it kind of like complements the olive because they're both warm colors. I think I might potentially go with this. The only thing that kind of annoys me is that they're not the same color crown and kick, whatever you call it. Cornice, and in Australia we call this cornice, and then this is skirting board, just in Australia, but I think other countries have different names for it. Like by the looks of this, it's crown and kick molding. But yeah, I don't know, not too sure about that. I quite like, I don't know, I actually quite like this olive that they've got here. Like I kind of like that, but I'm just not sure what to do down in the main area. There is like beachy keen paint. Sorry, I don't know why I always say that wrong, but that's quite nice. There was a totally taupe, but taupes, I don't know. How would you describe taupe? It's almost like it's more grey in my opinion. I think for now I actually might just put the olive drab paint down here. And then maybe that can sort of just be like the main sort of communal areas, and this bedroom's got the, it's a bit more unique. See how that sort of looks. And then we need to pick a bathroom tile as well, or like a stone or something. I don't know, something nice for the bathroom. Just not too sure what would look good. I quite like this idea of this brick that we've done here, but I'm also, I am getting deja vu. We did another renovation of one of these condos, and I just want to have a check of it, because when I picked out that brick, I just got a major case of deja vu, and I was like, you know what? I have a feeling that like I've done this before. Let me just is this one? Let me just place this down and let's go have a look, because I have a feeling this was one that we did that was similar. It was like a starter home budget. Weren't going to go over the $20,000 mark. I just want to have a look at this because I have a feeling I've done, yeah, oh my God, I've literally used the same tile. Okay, well, we need to make it a little bit more different. And then, oh my God, I did the brick as well. Okay. Okay, well, let's maybe try and mix it up a little bit. Okay, I just got deja vu when I put that brick down. And I was like, even the layout's kind of similar. We even got the lounge room in the same spot. I mean, like, it's a layout that works. So, I mean, our bedrooms are bigger and we've got a deck. So, oh, I mean, this is a deck technically, but like it's, God, I can't believe that we... Well, I mean, to be fair, you can't say I don't have taste and style that's consistent, because like I really do, apparently. I mean, let's continue with what we were doing here. I might update the flooring in that bathroom because like I feel like I can't have the same flooring. I think that's just a bit quirky. And then maybe instead of brick, why don't we do like a timber or something? brick rolled. Yeah, I just felt like I got rick rolled with that. That was a bit annoying. What about some paneling? Like what if we did, I wish there was like a horizontal paneling. That could be kind of funky. It's just not quite what I'm looking for, some of these panelings. Like it's not quite tickling my fancy. It's not quite what I'm sort of looking for. It would be siding, I guess, maybe that might be more vertical. Something like that. Cozy cabin vibes, probably not. Or that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could be a white brick. We could do like a white painted brick or something. That could be, that's more like outside sort of. There's white bricks in here. Like someone's painted them. They're just a little small, if you ask me. I like big bricks. The bigger the better for my bricks. This is like outdoorsy kind of vibes. So to be fair though, I think we did use this, so it is lighter already, the one that we picked. But it's too similar for my liking. I think we might do the white. Oh, I don't like it. I really don't. I like what we picked. I mean, maybe we can go with it. I just can't believe that I did that. I just got deja vu, like crazy sense of deja vu, and I was like, this is so similar. What have we done up here? I mean, I like the idea of the pattern being a little bit different and standing out, but like, maybe we do go with that other one we were tossing up with. We were tossing up with that tile. It's a bit funky. If not, I quite like this plain tile, but like, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I kind of like this tile, but I feel like I use that a lot. I just don't know. Or I don't know what to do. How does it look with the... Oh God, I was gonna say with the walls up, we can't see anything. Or that. I kind of like this, but it just seems a little bit plain. Anyway, should I try and flip up this floor plan a little bit, because I cannot believe that that's so similar to the one that we did before. But I like the idea of the kitchen being at the back. In terms of playability, I like this. So maybe we will leave it. Anyway, oh God, we're spending a fair chunk of money. The only thing here is that the brick, I feel like, needs to come up. Yeah, actually, that looks really nice. And then, what about like all the way up? But then, like, why would you have brick there? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make sense. But then in terms of... Let's just do that. That's fine. I know it's not really realistic, but I think it looks really good in terms of that landing. God. Oh, yeah. I was like, what were we even up to? We were doing tiles, and then that's how I got all distracted there. None of the tiles really go, if I'm being completely honest. Like, the tiles in The Sims 2, like, there's not too much to choose from. Same with The Sims. The Sims 3 is actually a bit worse, but I mean, you get creator style. But like, yeah, there's just nothing that really goes, especially with that flooring. Like, the coloring's just not right on any of them, if I'm being completely honest. So maybe we will do just like sort of like a plain sort of paint, but do we want to mix it up a little bit? Because we've got the olive drab. What about the taupe? What about the totally taupe paint? So it's like similar but different in the bathrooms. I mean, it is just really similar. It's so similar to the point where it's like, well, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just make a match Bayden? Like, do you know what I mean? If not, what about the beach Kenny paint? So it's like a little bit... I feel like if you can do that, you may as well just go white. Like, do you know what I mean? Where is the sort of whitest white that we've got? Paste paint, I guess, would probably be white. Yeah, honestly, what about just white in the bathroom? But then I feel like that clashes a little bit with the flooring. You want something that's got a bit of color, and yeah, actually, I like what we've got here, the beachy Kenny. I don't know why I used to call it beach Kenny paint when I was like a kid. I was like, oh yeah, beach Kenny paint. Beachy Keen paint is what it's technically called. But anyway, all right, happy with that. Let's actually start doing a little bit of furnishing. How about we just get the basics in first? So we need to do like obviously a nice bathroom up here. When I say nice, I'm going to be using the word nice really loosely because this is a starter home. Not too stressed about looks. This is more just like filling out the space, I guess. So like that's the cheapest bed. Sorry, I just like spun my camera around like crazy. That's $580. That's what we did in the other house, the Malm one. But this is like giving more stereotypical starter home, which I'm quite a fan of this. This is like bringing back so many memories when you first start out in this game. We'll just put a nice little bedspread on it maybe. Oh, I don't like the line. I'm not a fan of the stripy bedspread. There is a yellow one that I really like. Let me just try and find it. Do you guys mind the videos where we don't do as many cuts? Let me know if you don't mind. I find them a little bit more casual. It's kind of like a live stream sort of vibe, which I think is a bit of fun. I think I went past the one that I was thinking of. I think it's literally that one. Okay, I don't mind that. And then, as I said, in here would be a study or like a single bedroom. Actually, I kind of like the idea of making this a single bedroom. So that's the matching craftsman bed, I'm pretty sure. Is it? I don't know. I just get thrown because like this has got patterns on it, but like the other one doesn't. I kind of wish that these were like matching beds, if that makes any sense. I don't know. And I hate the yellow. I don't know. The yellow gives me like PTSD. Actually, that's the wrong word to say. Sorry. You know what I mean? I just like, it just gives me the ick. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. The yellow, because like it just brings back memories of like struggling playing this game. I don't know. Struggling for money, rags to riches kind of vibes. Sorry, PTSD was the wrong word. I do apologize. Yeah, just white. I don't like the fleck in it, honestly. I really wish it was more just the oaky color like in this one. They're not supposed to be matching beds, I don't think. So, this one's a little bit nicer. 450, 300. So it just sort of depends how much money we want to spend. Sorry, I'm really close to my microphone. I'm aware of that. 17,000. See, we're already spending like crazy. We just need basics in here. So that would be a little toilet. Maybe we'll have the toilet. Toilet there. I mean, I like having the shower tub combo, but it's just because it's expensive. So maybe toilet, shower. And I do want to have like actual counters. I just don't know why. This also gives me the ick, like the freestanding sink. Like I just feel like, where are you going to put your, ew, like they put their toothbrush on the side of the sink. Like that's festy, like that's gross. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You want to have storage. Oh, not the brick, sorry. We need to get the counter. I think we'll just do a cheeky double counter. They're not too expensive, are they? 140. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then just a really cheapo sink. I don't know, I had just a random flashback. One of my old maths teachers used to call like cheap stuff cheapo. I don't know what that, it just got a random flashback to that. She was like, oh, buy an cheapo calculator. Because like I don't know. She was a bit crazy, bless her. Mirror. Yeah, not the $500 mirror thing. So let's just get the cheapest little basic mirror. Are there any recolors of this mirror, by the way? No. Ooh, we are really, really spending up our money. To be fair, though, we probably don't need that second, what do you call it? Not desk, sorry, second counter. Are there any nice little recolors of this? The yellow's kind of fun. Maybe we could go for a yellow. I feel like I've never used that before. Then what about the toilet? Oh, I hate how you can't actually see when you're recoloring it. Oh, there we are. Sorry, I just had my cursor over it. I think that was the problem. Just white? Oh, then the toilet seat doesn't match. Where's the pink? There we are. So pink and yellow. And then this doesn't recolor. This has also got some... Oh! Got some funky recolors there. Yellow sink. No, yellow sink just looks dirty. It looks nasty, filthy, disgusting. Sorry. Let's also... I don't mind the freestanding sink here. But also the fact that there's a toothbrush there. Like, ew. Like, no. I don't want guests seeing my nasty ass toothbrush. It'd be something like this. So that's $355. Am I saving money? Yeah, because $250, $140, $390 would be if we did the counter and then the sink, $355. So we're saving money doing this. And it's got some funky little patterns there. I do prefer the plain one though, if I'm being completely honest. And then in terms of toilets, once again, I feel like just the lighter sort of one. So I know it's not white. I'm pretty sure it's pink, almost a pinky color. Is that the matching toilet seat? Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, just want to zoom in on the toilet. Still doing pretty good for money. We need a fridge. We might have to actually leave the IKEA dining table that we've picked out. So this is $600. It's so much cheaper to just get that. And it's literally the same item. It's just cheaper. It's just worn out. I don't know. I think that's fine. I actually don't really mind that. Let's just figure out the layout here. I don't think we have enough money for like a trash compactor. We would need to buy a little trash can. Save some money. Get a little trash can. It's a funky little one. And there's a stainless steel one, or just your El Cheapo. I don't know why. I feel like I shouldn't say El Cheapo. I feel like it's almost, is it like making, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a problematic thing old people say. Do you know what I mean? Like, actually, maybe I should stop saying that. She was old, and I wouldn't put it past her being a bit problematic, so maybe not. I don't know if it's like making fun of like, yeah, like other culture. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Oh, I don't really like, I hate, this gives me the ick. Like really small tiles in our primary school. We used to have like really small tiles in our like public bathrooms, and they were always freaking disgusting and filthy, and I used to actually have nightmares about those bathrooms. I'd like go in and it would be pitch black, and like it'd be dark, and there'd be all these random people in there. I wouldn't know where I'm going. Like, God, I had some clangers of nightmares. The green I actually don't mind because it kind of goes with the olive, but I think we just need to update the countertop. Maybe to this one. And then this. I don't mind the funky little yellow stove. But I also think the green kind of goes. So maybe we'll just leave the green. I think it goes with the olive. And it's a darker green. Oh, it looks disgusting. We just need to get the nicer fridge. We need to spend the money. We'll save money elsewhere, guys. Are we happy with that? Do I want to like go slightly over budget? Do we literally want to make this like a $25,000 build or something? Because like I kind of want to just go a little bit more detailed, but like I feel like I can't. I mean, I make up the rules, I guess. Like maybe let's do a $25,000 one. So it's like a starter and then some home. Do you know what I mean? Because like this is a bit ridiculous. Like I'm not going to go crazy. Like I'm not going to put a dishwasher or anything in, but like I just kind of was thinking it could be nice to have a little island. Oh, is there? There's no matching island for... I never noticed that. There's no matching island for those counters. Closest thing's this one. Which I mean, actually, you really wouldn't notice. I just thought an island would look kind of cool in this space. Do I want to update the counters then? Make them match. I like the counters we've got. That's actually kind of disappointing that like they didn't do that. I guess they just assumed that people wouldn't be able to have islands if they had such the cheapest kitchen. That's kind of sad that they didn't do that. It's not that it wouldn't have been that hard at all to make the island version. Anyway, I actually like that. Cute. The lounge area. I do want to get that desk in, by the way. I just thought that would be nice. The only problem is it's just... don't like that it's near the entry like that. If we find that this is a bit cramped, we could always just remove that. But I don't mind it for now. Let's delete what we've got here. I feel like we actually might need to just keep that TV. Keep the budget TV. If not... yeah. See, like that just doesn't suit the house. Do you know what I mean? The next one's like this sort of... this is just the classic Sims TV. I absolutely love this TV. It's so cute. I mean, it doesn't have to orient necessarily. I like it orienting this way, to be fair, though, because then you can sort of like IRL, if you're cooking in the kitchen, you can, watch TV, watch baydensinghyt. I'm joking. Oh my God. This is a really affordable sofa too, the one that I actually had out. It's $180. And then it's got an interesting couple of recolors. I think we've used this one in a few builds because it's just cheap. Like it's just affordable. It doesn't look that bad. Because like this is more expensive, the worn out sofa. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, ew. That's $250. Looks a little bit more comfy, to be honest. It's like a little grandma sofa. I love it. It's giving granny vibes. I don't know if we want to scooch that back a little bit more. I think I need to put quarter tile placement. Oh, sorry, I just punched my mouse. Set quarter tile placement on. Yeah, I think it just needs to scooch back like a B stick amount, like just the tiniest little bit. And that way we can actually line up the TV as well. which I always really like. I thought maybe just a little occasional chair would be nice in here. I wish that we could place things on a diagonal in this game. God, I know you can, but like you need cheats, and I'm not messing around with that. I actually quite like the color that's there. To be fair though, they don't match at all. I feel like if you're going to do that, it needs to be like not a plush chair. It needs to be like something that just looks different, like something like this. And then it's like, oh yeah, they deliberately like mismatched. You know what I mean? Something like that. I don't like the red though. Oh, it's an IKEA thing. Okay, I never really knew how we got for budget. We've gone a bit over already. That's fine. Let's actually make it to 225,000. I think that's actually pretty fair. I'm actually not a fan of this sofa. What's the next sofa up? Got that one. It's got like a little throw rug on the back there. Not a fan of the sort of leather look in that one, so maybe we'll pass. This is the next one, floral sort of sofa. Oh, this is nice. It's even more granny than I was envisaging. I think the warm color actually goes quite nice. To be fair though, I have to remember we've got olive walls, so like actually doesn't really go now that I started looking at the wallpaper. I think we're getting a bit too high up in the cost now. So like this is $550. And plus I really, really hate the like piping on this lounge. Or actually, is it piping or is it like now that I'm looking at it, is it like a metal frame? I don't know why I thought it was like piping detail. Oh, it fully is a metal frame. Okay. Very quirky. I feel like I've never used this lounge because I genuinely thought this was like, you know how like some lounges have that like really thick piping around it? Like it's fabric. That's what I thought this was. But no, it's like metal. Okay. This lounge doesn't, this little armchair thing doesn't go now. Or a little recliner chair. A bit of fun. Oh, that's like, it's giving like, just grandparent chair sort of vibes. I love it. Cute. Oh, there's an actual green recolor. Then we've got yellow and green. That doesn't really go. I don't know. I'm just trying to use different stuff. I feel like I always renovate similar. Exhibit, you know, A, when we just went and looked at that other house before, and we literally used the same flooring and the same brick and same everything. So I think maybe a little side table would be good here, because this is an end table technically, but like that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Yeah, that's nice actually. I don't think I've ever used this. Eye of the Brains Trust. Love that. I like that color. I don't know how I feel about... Oh, what about this? Just trying to see how it would look with the... So that's kind of like interesting color. I don't know if this is riveting content, me picking out a lounge color. I quite like that red. I don't know. It's like red and green. It's kind of giving like jewel tones almost. Like, I don't know. Kind of into it. We could also change the piping. I don't know if that changes the look. No, I like the piping we had. Okay, I actually think I might just leave that for now because like we're going a bit in circles. I quite like this colouring that we've done. I'm just annoyed that these counters don't match. How much do we save if we delete these, by the way? A little bit, but it's just... What if we even just literally put like a... You know how sometimes like people have like makeshift island benches and it's literally like a table? Like just something like that would be kind of cool, but it's just a little bit low, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'll leave what we got. I don't know, the colouring's not quite right. This is more of a cool green, that's more of a warm green, but it's fine. All right, we wanted to get a desk in, but let's just maybe pause that. We've increased our budget ever so slightly, so I think maybe we can get a different table. This goes, the legs of that go, so that could be a little bit of fun. Once again, it's a different, we've got too many shades of green in one room, so like I think we need to just have white legs there, which is kind of, actually don't mind that. because yeah, the other options is this sort of like wooden one. And that's just a little bit, these are getting a bit too bougie. 450, 275, yeah. And then we're getting into just other weird territory with this sort of stuff. Yeah, I think that one's going to be suiting the style of the build the most. Let's chuck a cheeky save. No, normally I'd cut that out, but no, it's fine. No cuts today. Mixing it up. Oh my God, can I speak? 360 for a chair. Too expensive. So I think we need to get light. And also, yeah, the coloring's not really right. They're like similar, but like they're not similar enough that they match. So I actually don't know if I like that. I kind of like chairs that are a bit different. These are kind of cool. I just never know. I never know where to place these. I don't know why it's such a struggle. I think it's one back, yeah. And they tuck in. Do we want to do some like crazy mix match chairs, or is that like just a bit weird? I don't know. I don't know. I like the idea of a bit of color, but like I don't know if those are the right colors, especially the bright red one. It's just like, why are we doing that? We could do the matching teak. Oh, sorry, oak, I mean. Sorry, I read the name of the item, tea party and teak. Yeah, I kind of prefer that. If not, what are some other options? Yeah, that's not quite right. That's the cheapest option. Sorry, oh my God, I'm really tired. Yawning up a storm. 385 for these, whereas that's 100. Yeah, I think we'll just go with what we've got there. We've still got a little 25,000 budget. I think is pretty reasonable. As I said, I wanted a desk, but like this is, I don't know, this is looking a bit crowded, if I'm being completely honest. With the island there, so I'm just not sure how we can change it up. Sorry, can I? Thanks. I don't know why that's changing so long to place. What if we change it up so it's more heavier on this side? To be fair, I like the coziness of that, so maybe we will just literally leave it. Maybe a rug downstairs. I don't know. Just I've placed that on quarter tile, so like I don't know if a rug would fit under there very well. See, it won't fit very well at all. Maybe a cute little rug. Oh, actually don't mind the one that I just picked out. Not a fan of, oh, not nighttime, sorry. Not a fan of the recolors in it though. I want a lighter rug. Let's see what else there is. I don't know, I can never tell the size of the rugs, if that makes any sense. Like I literally can't tell what they are until I whip them out. Like, just kind of annoying. This is so ugly. I hate that rug. Yes, get the we stole it from H&M. Let's get that one. And then we're getting up a little bit more pricey up here. I actually quite don't mind that. Like it's just different. Like it's darker. Maybe it like anchors the space a little bit better. Maybe a little lamp could be cute here too. Like we've got a little bit more money. Like maybe we'll get like a cute little table lamp just for a bit of character, as they say. Sorry. It's just a bit big for the room, I think, this lamp. Plus, I use that lamp all the time. Let's pick a lamp you haven't used before, Baden. Let's do something different. It's like a little... Not right for the space. This is definitely giving Granny's room if I do that. But I mean, it's a pretty cool lamp. That's too small. That looks like a vase. That looks like an oil burner type thing. I don't even... Oh, God, sorry. Messing up the... That's kind of cute. I don't think I've ever used this lamp before. Once again, it's just too many shades of green in this room. Maybe we do need to go with the original one that I picked out, because I do like that one the best. Let's play around with some recolors. Yeah, I think we've definitely got too much green if we do that. I don't know. All this green's making me want to make this toilet green as well. I don't know. But that's also like the default one. So it's just kind of a bit fugly. You know what I mean? So maybe we need to go white. Anyway, I'll leave that. How we're going? 2,200. 22,000, sorry, if I can speak. We need lighting, actually. Let's... I've got quarter tile on, so let's get some down lights in. I always just do the same lighting, honestly. I always do. It's always just this one. Because, I mean, they're pretty good down lights. So, they light up the space really well. And then, what if we do some feature lights above here? Like, why not, honestly? Let's do some cool statement feature lights. Like these cool hanging lights. I don't know. There's not really any feature lights in this game. There just isn't. And plus they're a bit too bougie, you know what I mean? Now we're getting too bougie, you know, we're up to like the $400 mark. So maybe not. Maybe not in this space. That looks like scary. Oh, it goes like red. Did you see that? Oh my god. And then it's just like a little paper lantern one. Anyway, happy with that. And then upstairs, we need to get one in the bedroom, one in the spare room. There. I think it would also be fun to have like a little barbecue up here or like a grill. I know we're getting really off track right now, but make it back to daytime. Get a little grill out here. Not the right shade of green. Let's go with that. And then I don't know what else we could have up here. Like maybe just like a little table and chairs. It's literally the only other thing I can sort of think of. Yeah, maybe... I know what I'm thinking of. Like it would be something like this, but it's just, that's very expensive. I think it's like... Oh, actually... It really isn't that expensive. Yeah, like that. That's actually quite cheaper than I thought it was going to be. The matching chairs are what's expensive. So maybe we go cheap with the chairs. And then, I think it would literally just have to be like this type of chair. But then it's just not the right style. Do you like that? No, it's not the right. They just look so cheap. I really don't like those chairs. Heavy metal chair. It just looks like a blade or something. It looks really weird. Yeah, the rest are just not really outdoorsy chairs. The only other thing maybe could be these two. I mean, the black sort of goes with the... And I feel like the barbecue needs to be black then. I mean, there is different recolors of this, by the way. We can... I don't know. I think that's honestly all we need up here. And then just some little lantern things, like these little things. Like maybe just 1, 2, just to lighten up the space. And then maybe like a little sconce or something. Anyway, we'll spend the rest of our budget. We've got a $1,500. I think we just need to do some stuff to these bedrooms. They're really underwhelming. Oh, I actually haven't fixed up the windows yet. I was saying I was going to fix up the windows. I'm not too fussed if we go a little bit over budget. It's not a big deal. What about... I want to be able to have drawers though. Like I feel like it's almost cruel to not give them drawers. Like drawers are just like a basic human right. Like, you know what I mean? But then these just don't quite go. I think they go a little bit better. How about just one in each room? And then I think I want a dresser. But once again, it just needs to not be like a crazy dresser. I actually don't mind these. Like, I know you can make like a cool walk-in robe with them, but like maybe, you know, you can't quite afford anything at the moment. You could make that. Like we can't afford like a proper, no, it looks a bit ugly. But I would like to use this sort of item. It is fun to make like your own little cupboard and closet and stuff like that. Hemnes, sorry. It's just too small. It needs to be like this size at least. If this was in that 6 drawer option, like bro, would love that. This could also double as like a side table. Do you reckon? What colors have we got? Just go for white. Yeah, I actually don't mind that, to be honest. I just feel like there's not quite enough in those rooms though. Like I don't really know what else to put. We'll try and make them really detailed. Maybe we will just add little cheap lamps. Little El Cheapo lamps. Sorry, keep saying that. There we are. They're fun red colours. Oh, not the table, the lamp. Oh, only red. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's fine. I do want to get a bookcase in somewhere. It's just not quite enough. I don't want to clutter too much down here. So maybe we do need to have... Maybe we do need to do this. Okay, maybe we will... And then like a plant on this one. Like I don't want to have 2 lamps. Like just a little cheap plant. These little IKEA ones are really cute. But like they're also... I use them all way too much. What about this? This beautiful little glass thing. Love that. I don't know. I've literally never used that. That's why I picked it out. Yeah, just use a lot of these plants. Bonsai tree. How much was that? I didn't even look. 150. That's fine. And then let's get a desk. Still doing all right for money? Not really. Still got to do, what do you call them? Windows. How about a little desky poo? Do we want to change up the layout of this room? I'm just trying to think of playability. Like I would probably... Maybe that way. And then maybe the desk could be here. The bookcase could be there. I think that's kind of all right. A little bit cheap, this furniture, but I mean, like as I said, we are on a budget. And then we've got too many different shades of wood in here. Types of wood, I mean. It's all white. What if we made this room white? No, I don't like that. Yeah, maybe we'll change it to that. But then this bookcase doesn't really go, like color-wise. Does that one go a bit better? Let's keep what we've got there. Still got a bit of money. We'll just get a little cheap. Here we are. Get a little cheap chair there. Okay, interesting. Oh, we literally placed 2 of those. Let's delete that. Okay, so they're a little bit more lived in now, those rooms. I'm actually quite happy with that. We've got about $300 to spare. How about we just move up to doing the windows now? So I don't really know what to do for windows. I don't know if we want to get different windows, if we want to just make what we've got work. I don't know. Potentially lightening them up, making them white. Would white look nice? I don't know. I'm not really a fan. They're just too plain. Oh, not the bed, sorry. Let's look at some other window options. We've got the log cabin windows. No, thank you. Well-wisher window. This has just got a little bit more character. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I kind of feel like this house, that's what I've sort of added. I've just tried to add a bit more character. Oh, this is quite nice, these windows. Arched windows. I quite like that. I feel like I've never used those before. Okay, let's delete all these windows and then let's go through and re-add them. Are we happy with that sliding door? We can make it wood. That's even better. All right. Done, done, done. And then I don't know if we want to update the fencing as well. Like the railing for this top floor balcony. Because I'm just not really a fan of it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't go with it. It's just really modern. Everything else is a little bit more kind of character based. I don't know. Like something like that. Quite like that a little bit more. Oh, we just saved so much money. I mean, to be fair, we need to get all these windows back. Are they cheaper though? 98, 90, and a little bit more expensive. Then that's 105. Yeah, we might actually blow the budget a little bit with this. I need to be pretty sparse with these windows. How about just one there and then there? Don't know if we need one out to the deck. I don't know if that's really needed. Maybe there and then maybe like 2 at the front. Would look kind of nice. Yeah. If we're going to do that though, I'd move that way. Oh, I've got to delete these. Okay. Yeah, as I said, try not to go too over with the windows because like we are on a bit of a budget. And then I do just want to look. Oh, this is really hard to do. Do we think 2 there? Oh yeah. Kind of accidentally made that all symmetrical. I feel like 2 is just a bit excessive there. And then what's that? 1 going into the dining room? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I just don't know if it'd be nice to maybe have another one there, but that's okay. And then back here, these are actually quite good windows for, they're above the counter height, which I actually really like. So that's pretty cool. Then maybe 1 there and then 1 there to match the upper floor. Okay, yeah, I actually quite like that. 388. How have we just saved money? How have we just saved all this money? I don't understand. Anyway, we do need little porthole windows, whatever you call them, just for here. I just want to actually, like, what are the other porthole windows? There's like this one. Also, porthole's like not the correct word, but like, you know what I mean. There's 1, 2. I feel like there's a 3rd one. Yeah, there's that one. I quite like this one. But like, what recolor do we... there is some cool recolors of it. Maybe like that. Slightly darker. And then yeah, I think it would be above the toilet. And then we need 1 up in this main bathroom here too. So what have we got? That would need to be here, hey. But that looks a bit funny from... Plus, you don't want that from the front of the house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't... Just 1 there. Because if we do that, I feel like that just messes up the facade a little bit. Is there any, like, cool, like, growing ivy or something I can get? I feel like there is, but, like, I'm just not sure. I swear there was. I remember doing that. We did that Toboggan Way build. The one that was in, what do you call it? Blue Water Village, and I remember seeing the ivy and being like, oh my god, you can get ivy that grows on the wall, and like I didn't know because it was like hidden somewhere in the catalog. Maybe, well, is it in plants? No, that's ground ivy, whatever you call it. That's not the right word. Like that's for like the ponds. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm not in the right category. What category would it be in? It's not that. That's on the ground. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. Oh my god, this looks really cool. Oh, I wish you could adjust the height. I really do. I wish you could place like multiple. I mean, we can get move objects on. Move objects on. But it's just not quite. Oh, see? Yeah, definitely not quite right. It's off the friggin' wall. Damn, you can't adjust the height. I don't think there's any cheats you can use to adjust the height. Oh my god, there is! Stop. Okay, so it's the bracket keys. Same as the Sims 4. So, okay, never mind. Alright, that's actually really friggin' awesome. I don't know why I literally never knew that. Okay, I just want to move this. Oh. I don't know, I just want to just scooch it over a smidge, but apparently not. Apparently it's glitching. There we are. One more. Okay, I don't know why this is like so fun. Loving this. Maybe about there. Okay, I can't stop playing with that one because it's just messing up. How about we go down a little bit more? Can I, I can quarter tile. Oh my gosh, I can quarter tile. Oh my god, so much customizability. See, that looks cool. Oh, I don't know why this is so glitchy to place. It's actually pissing me off. It's actually pissing me off. I feel like we're not wasting money, are we? No, we're fine. I want to make this look absolutely perfect. I feel like we need a little bit more up here. And maybe just one more, like, there? Like, scooched over a bit more. Oh god, that's like off the wall. It's off the wall, oh my god. Okay, I really like that. Can we go like can we go ham on it? Can we literally make it like all the way down to the ground? Like, is that kind of cool? I kind of like that it's just growing. Oh, but I feel like it needs to like be down here as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it needs to be growing. Oh, it's like coming around the wall there. How crafty of me. Oh my God. And then maybe like down to like this. I don't know. I'm having so much fun with this. I literally forgot this was a thing that you could do in the game. We need more like lower here so it like looks like it's traveling between the floors. Like, do you know what I mean? One there. Can this one go any higher? It's as high as it goes. Have I placed any off the wall? No. I like that. That's really artsy and crafty. What do you reckon? Bit nice, different, unusual. I think it needs one more. This is never ending. Yeah, it needs one more there. Oh, I love that so much. It's just a little... It literally doesn't even look that good. I'm just obsessed with it. It looks really nice, in my opinion. Like, we need like a random scraggly one, like over here. What do you reckon? Like a random like one that's just growing like over this side. Do we think? Oh God, can I stop? Why do I keep placing them so badly? I really do. All right, all the way down. Yeah, I feel like we literally need one that's just like growing out that way randomly. This looks so cool. I'm having so much fun building this house. I really am. Okay, well, what else do we want to add for a bit of detail? Like, I don't know if we want to do any landscaping. Like, we don't have much more money because I set the budget of 25,000. So maybe just like the basics. Maybe we just need to get like a little burglar alarm, smoke alarm. Oh, actually, didn't I put a window right there? Yeah, I did. How about there? And then just the phone can have near the front door. Just the burglar alarm. That could probably be our budget done. Yeah. I don't really know what else to add. I feel like this house feels detailed, and I haven't even put stuff on like the walls and stuff like that. I really haven't gone too ham on it. The other thing we could do is we could do some like random festoon like kind of little Christmas light kind of things somewhere. Maybe in one of the bedrooms. I think that could be pretty cute. Like maybe above the bed head. Do we think? Just add a bit of detail. And I feel like I just need some sort of cheap picture on this wall. Like nothing crazy. Nothing that's going to break the bank. Okay, maybe we're going to add another $1,000. Maybe we'll make it 26,000. I just keep adding things on. I literally forgot this was a thing. How have I not known this? I've been playing the game for like 20 years. Like, bro, you should know better. You really should. I don't know, just something nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is it the right look for the room though? Can I change the frame? No. That is actually a nice painting. I feel like I've literally never used that. This dresser looks really sad. Definitely need a bigger dresser. I don't know, that's fine. And then maybe just something cool on this wall. But like, I'm just not sure what would be appropriate. We do a little cork board. It's like a little memory board. Always love that sort of stuff. Make it go a little bit higher. Because I've just covered my sheet now. I'm very, very, very happy. How about we make this a little bit lower? Hang it a little bit lower than, usual. So there. Then this room, yeah, there's nothing we can really put there. And then down here, like, there's mainly windows and stuff. So, like, there's not really much we can do. Maybe a hanging plant. Could be a nice way to sort of tie the room together. Like, maybe just in this little corner here. Not breaking. Oh, it is breaking through. Whoops. I was like, yes, it's not clipping through. No, it literally is. Oh. Yeah, like something just like that just in the corner. Like, I think that's kind of fun. Fun, funky, and fresh. I mean, I could spend hours on this build, but I mean, like, pretty happy with what we've done. It looks pretty awesome. I don't really know what else to add. I really don't. We've got lighting, we've got lamps, we've got rugs, we've got a few things on the wall. Maybe just something nice out the front. I don't know. We want to have a couple of little bushes. Little bushies. May as well. Try and make it look a little bit more lived in. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen these before. They're pretty cool. And I do just think maybe we'll move the post box in the bin. I mean, I don't actually mind the bin being near the road, that's fine, but I think the post box... actually, we'll leave that, that's fine. Palm tree, I don't know how I feel about the palm trees. I don't know if it's like a palm tree house anymore. That's kind of cool. And then... other than that, like it would probably just like, I was going to add some maybe flowers, but it's just like... I don't know if it's really quite worth it. Maybe like just along the front here. What if we did like a little flower bed there? Like just something. Not breaking the bank, are we? No, we're fine. And the other thing would be trees. But like a little tiny tree. I don't really like the palm trees, if I'm being completely honest. Like, but I know that it's like quintessential to this sort of condo area. Are we happy with the roof and everything as is? I guess that's fine. Let's just do a little bit of terrain here, just near our tree. Oh god, not that excessive, Baden. Just like that. That's fine. Do we like the idea of just a little garden bed? We'd have to get a little fence going. These I feel like would hurt if you stepped on them. I don't know. Let's avoid that. Oh, sorry. I just punched my desk. Sorry about that. Maybe if the bricks are quite the right look. It just seems a bit weird. It's like, why would you have a random garden bed? And then if anything, I feel like you would do that maybe. Or you just have like 3. Maybe you just have like 3 like there, but then I can't fence that in very well. Little patch of flowers there. Does it look better just without? Just the two little lone shrubs there and the tree. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know if we want to do anything else. I like it bare actually. I like the window choice that we've gone with. I really do. Then out here, I don't know if we just want to make like a little patio area. Like we need a little patio light out here actually. Just get a little cheap light for the wall. None of these really look like outdoorsy lights. Like maybe that's kind of the only one that sort of looks like an outdoorsy light. And then the other ones are all sort of more internal lights. Maybe that one actually, but it's just a little bit. Oh no, that's actually perfect. I love that. Yeah, let's delete what we've put out here. Let's copy that. And maybe up near the barbecue as well, we'll add that in. I really like these builds where we actually have the time to just do the little odd things like this. You know what I mean? Like it actually kind of makes a difference. Oh, I deleted those. Sorry, there we are. Oh, place one out here. I don't know if we want to do anything out the back. Like we've got a little seating area up here. Nothing would really fit out here in terms of outdoor activities. It would probably just maybe be... No, yeah, there's nothing I can really think of that would fit out here. Okay. I'm actually really happy with this build. I think I'm going to leave this here. We came in at 2620, so it's like... I think it's actually good to sort of make those houses that are like not necessarily starter builds, but like they're starter and then some. Like maybe you've got like a little bit of extra money, you can save up like 30,000 or something to move out. Yeah, I'm actually, this was fun. I really enjoyed this. I would like to do a build one day where we literally don't touch the floor plan at all on these condos, but this one in particular, the floor plan was horrendous with, you know, the way it was. There is another one that we haven't done. I'll quickly show you guys. Maybe we can do that one next. It's like the upper floor is just a bedroom, like there's no rooms up there. So it's this one here, the really cheap one, 70 Middle Lane. So maybe that's one where we could do, but we don't touch the floor plan whatsoever and we just furnish it as is. And it's only $11,000. So this is it here. I feel like this is one that we could do. We actually used, this was the home that I think Daniel Pleasant moved into in my Pleasantview Let's Play. Actually, it was originally the oldies house. I remember now, yeah. And then Daniel Pleasant ended up moving in. But I don't think we need to change the floor plan at all. So that could be one where we do no floor plan. But anyway, let's jump back over and wrap up this video. Anyway, so here we'll wrap up the video. So we've got pretty significant changes. The bathroom was originally here, and then this was like a dark kitchen. We had a big staircase right when you walked in. So we've changed it up. So this ground floor is quite nice. We've got a single door that we walk into here. We've got a nice little lounge area to the left here. A nice kitchen area, which is actually pretty decent. We've got the, you know, the stove, the sink and the bin and everything, and also an island. Like we've got pretty much everything we need. Cute little dining nook here, which I actually don't mind. And then this is sort of kind of makes it, I feel like it kind of uses the space all right, because like then this is kind of like room for the powder room and you can kind of walk around, so that's fine. And then we just got a little 2x2 powder room in there, which I think is perfect. It's all you need for the ground floor, honestly. Spiral staircase up. Really like this landing. This landing was honestly, like the way we did this worked out really well, being able to access the patio from these two sliding doors, and it's just perfect for this top floor. I think the layout's really, I'm really happy with. Anyway, so we've got our main bathroom here, which is pretty good. It's just got basic starter furniture, and it also has quite a nice, we've gone for like the olive drab kind of wallpaper throughout the main bottom floor of the house. Then we did the beachy keen paint. So it's similar. We've got the similar molding and stuff, only this room was a little bit different. So that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, I quite like how we played around with the cabinets. We've got yellow cabinets and stuff. I like this master bedroom. It's pretty nice. Like, it does look a little bit mismatched, but I mean, like, that's kind of to be expected. And then, like, yeah, the frame doesn't really go. Then these, yeah, not really very matchy, but that's fine. It is what it is. I feel like if anything, this lamp's just too small. I feel like we need a bigger lamp. Like, this is where we need the big lamp. We'll just leave it, it's fine. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, not quite happy with the master bedroom, but I mean, like, the bedrooms are harder to do when you're on a budget, because like that's a cheap little, you know, dresser, takes up one tile, just the scale's not quite right. But I mean, it's a starter, so it is what it is. Got two side tables, we've got a lamp, we've got a flower, double bed, pretty much, yeah, the essentials that you need. We've got a little spare bedroom / study, which I quite like. So we've got like, you know, this is a wardrobe doubling as a side table, which I think is quite smart sometimes. We've also got a single bed, a desk, and then a nice little bookcase to do a little bit of reading and all that. We've got a nice little patio area out here, so we've made use of it, updated the existing fencing that we had. It was originally glass balustrade. Now we've gone to the wooden, which I like a lot better. So we've got like a nice little barbecue and then just a nice spot to sit and, yeah, look out at Pleasantview. Pretty nice. And then we've just kept the outside pretty similar. We added this really fun ivy wall, which I actually got really excited about. I kind of forgot you could have used the bracket keys to go up and down with stuff like that. I should have known that. I kind of am shocked that also I didn't get a comment about that, because like I've struggled to place some of these mirrors sometimes too and been like, oh, it's clipping. Damn it, I can't use it. Could have used the bracket key. Does it work with mirrors? Okay, it doesn't. Okay, well, maybe that's why I didn't get the comment. But anyway, it's all good. And then we updated the windows. I quite like these windows. We've gone for more of a wooden kind of theme, more warm theme with this whole house, like especially with the warm flooring and stuff like that. The colors down here, by the way, sorry, off topic, but like really like the sort of green color here. Then we've got like the red color in the sofa, the darker rug. I don't know, we just played around with the tones of the color a little bit and I quite like it. It's a little bit mismatched, but I feel like it kind of works. Kind of a bit more eclectic, but it's also not. It's kind of playing on those jewel tones a little bit more. Like when I say jewel, by the way, like jewelry, jewel tones. Anyway, and then yeah, we've got cute little shrubs out there, and really like these sconce lights too. They kind of match the windows, the sconces and the doors, the wooden theme that we've got going on. Worked out quite well. And then we just extended this little patio little area out here that, yeah, you can always add like a picnic table down the track or whatever your heart desires. Then we just swapped out the tree from a palm tree to this tree. So anyway, that's the renovation. Came in at $26,297. A little bit more than a starter home, but I like that. Sometimes it's fun to do builds that are not necessarily all out, you know, a $90,000 one, something crazy like that. But it's just a little bit more than a starter, and that's kind of fun. And we kind of changed what we were doing as we were going. Hope you guys don't mind that. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let's get a little thumbnail before we wrap up. You guys get to see the whole creative process today. No cuts. Not many. Well, I mean, there has been cuts, but not many. Something like that could be fun, because also the ivy is pretty nice. And then also maybe just like a little floor plan shot sometimes is a little bit of fun as well. So maybe just depending on what angle looks the best. Maybe with the walls up. Just quickly do that. You guys can see. Oh, actually, let's just adjust the camera there a bit. I'd like to sort of maybe get the tree in it a bit more actually too. Okay. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's not always just the shot of the build. Like, I like doing the floor plan shots sometimes as well. But anyway, enough yapping. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to leave any comments, suggestions, or feedback down below for me as well. As I said at the end of this video, I'll put the card up for the whole playlist. If you're interested in any of the Sims 2 builds, you can check our whole, I think we're about 31 builds at the moment. So you can check that whole playlist out and watch a bunch of the builds we've done on the channel. And I'll also put the video link to the other 50 middle lane. Oh, is it 50 or 70? 50 middle lane build that we did that I showed off at the start of the build. So it was like more of the Spanish Moroccan kind of one. It ended up being about 94,000. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check it out. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. As I said, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any comments, suggestions, or feedback down below for me as well. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.